Good morning, mademoiselles and messieurs, Mystery Man 64 at your service. And please don't click off the video. Please watch until the end. Please keep watching. Please stay. We're about to do the Safari Zone. Don't you dare, don't do it. Don't you dare click off. If I'm stuck here, please be stuck here with me. I need someone else here. We're about to do the Safari Zone. Joy! Okay, so here's how the Safari Zone works. For just 500 bucks, you can play the Safari game. You have a limited amount of steps that you can take. You get 30 Safari balls, and you cannot battle. And the entire time, you're gonna hear the evolution music. So, would you like to take a gander at that encounter table there? This is Area 1. Alright, me. Now, what's in the water? You see all that stuff in the water? You see the water encounter table? For Area 1? Of 4 different areas? Whatever you need to put in for chat, because current me is about to peace out of existence for the rest of this episode. Because you're about to get useless information that you probably didn't ask for. So please, I would appreciate it if you watched this video all the way through. It would have made this all the more worth it to go through and edit. I hope you enjoy. Well, enough stalling. Future me, it's all you now. Take it away. Oh, hold on. Before it's truly future me. How the Safari Zone works. You cannot normally battle. You can either just throw a ball, bait, which has one of 2 options, or rock, which has one of 2 outcomes. Bait, I don't know whether or not it's actually broken or reversed. I know, it's stupid. Bait will either have a somewhere in the ballpark of 90-95% chance of the Pokemon staying, or it will just do nothing. Or it does the opposite and makes the Pokemon more likely to flee, but it also makes the Pokemon harder to catch. Where rock, if you throw a rock, will make it easier to catch, but will make the Pokemon more likely to run. Got it? 9 times out of 10, it's just more efficient to either rock once and then ball, or just straight up RNG ball, because it really doesn't matter. You either catch it or you don't. Sometimes, if it's a really hard encounter, maybe risk the 2 rock and ball, but usually 1 rock tends to be as good as you get if it doesn't immediately run. Alright, that's enough of current me. Watch for my suffering. Stick around. It helps with analytics and getting the video around. And for my suffering. Away, future me. Free this version of me. But it'll just still be a version of me. Alright, take it away. The first of many encounters in Execute, a grass psychic type Pokemon, as well as its immediate evolution in Exeggutor, a grass psychic type as well, needing the Leaf Stone to evolve. Has a very high special attack stat and decent physical attack in bulk, though it's not really going to be using that. Is a decent pickup if you don't have a grass type or a psychic type, as both of which are good typings. Next up is Rhyhorn, a rock ground type with high physical defense and attack, and its immediate evolution in Rhydon, a very powerful physical attacker with high HP, physical attack, and physical defense. This thing is very strong, but is very weak specially and has very low speed. Can be knocked out pretty easily, so keep that in mind. Otherwise, it's a very strong pickup. Next is Venonat, it's either pure bug or bug poison, can't remember which. It's, there. And its immediate evolution in Venomoth, bizarrely still bug poison, or it changed to bug poison. Has alright special attack and defense and speed, but because of its typing, it's not all that good, because it can still be hit by psychic and ground, which is funny, even though it looks like it should fly. It doesn't. It might learn fly, but it can't actually fly, which is funny. Next is Parasect, the evolved form of Paras. It has a bizarrely high amount of physical attack for a bug type, which is unique, and is one of very few Pokemon ever to learn Spore, which is a 100% accurate sleep move, but this thing isn't outspeeding anything, so good luck trying to get it off. It's there, but ultimately there are better bug type options, because bug usually isn't the greatest typing in the whole world. Next is Chansey, and oh my good lord, look at that HP stat. This thing is the definition of HP sponge. Has some of the highest HP in pretty much the whole game, if not out of a lot of Pokemon in general. Also has a very high special defense stat, so it is very good at taking hits from special attackers, but not so good with physical attackers. But thanks to that high HP stat, it's not going down anytime soon. Another thing that makes this thing unique is that it can have a chance of having the lucky egg held item. Very small chance. It is an item that boosts experience gain by 50% from Pokemon. It's very rare or hard to get, usually not in a lot of games, but good competitively, so might be a pickup. Next is Nidorino, a poison type Pokemon, and its immediate evolution into Nidoking, a poison ground type. This thing excels as a physical attacker and special attacker with a decent amount of speed. So this is the more physically inclined of the two Nidos, and the one I've been using on my team, so it has been very good. Has a great move coverage, has amazing stats, and yeah, something I would recommend you pick it up if it's something you need for any amount of coverage. On the flip side of that is Nidorina, the female variant in the more defensively inclined variant of the two, and its immediate evolution into Nidoqueen. Both the Nidos requiring a Moonstone to fully evolve is the more defensively inclined of the two. So it's not going to be as hitting as hard, but it is going to be taking more hits. So if you need something with a bit more bulk, Nidoqueen might be something to use. And as they say, sometimes the best offense is a decent defense. Next up is Kangaskhan, a normal type Pokemon with high pretty much everything except special attack. This is probably another one of the best normal types in the entire game, as its high stats are, it's just generally really good. It takes hits, it dishes them out. Because it's a normal type, it's going to be using physical attacks anyway, so that low special attack isn't really hurting this thing even slightly. It's found only here in the Safari Zone. Go figure. It's a pain to catch. Go figure. So, you know, if you need something with good coverage and good stats, Kangaskhan is, of course, an absolute must. This thing can be very scary. Next is probably yet another in terms of the trends of good normal types is Tauros. Has a very high speed, attack, and defense. This is a physical sweeper. It is meant to hit fast and hit hard. This is also another one of the best normal types in the game. And surprise, surprise, only found here. Same story as Kangaskhan, a pain to catch, a pain to find. Low odds for both, but both of which are absolute recommendations of if you need something to round out your team. Normal is just a good, well-rounded type. These two have very high stats in general, so you can't really go wrong with either. Both of which are Pokemon that I would recommend you pick up. And finally rounding this out is Dragonair, a pure dragon type, and its evolution in Dragonite, this region's pseudo-legendary. What makes a Pokemon a pseudo-legendary is that it has an absolutely massive base stat total of 600. These things are usually going to be strong no matter what because of how high their stat spread is. Some are physical sweepers, some are more defensively inclined. Regardless, they are going to be powerful regardless. This is a dragon flying type, and unfortunately that is a con with a majority of pseudo legendaries. They tend to have quad weaknesses, as in weaknesses that collide, as it is dragon and flying, both of which are weak to ice, so this thing is very weak to ice. And a majority of pseudos are also dragon type, but if you just want a very strong Pokemon to just be very strong, yeah, this is something that you can absolutely get, and one that I would absolutely recommend. And that should do it for the encounters of the Safari Zone. You're still stuck with future me for quite a while, because I was like, you know what? A lot of this episode is going to be bio. I have no idea how long this will last. Good lord, there are a lot. Yeah, this is also a rare instance where I add in the encounter table with the bio screen, because I'm just like, let's just keep it there for just in case, because I don't know how long this will last. But as you can see, it is nearly going off the screen. This is one of, if not the largest encounter table that it gets. I know. It is tied for itself and like one or two other areas that also have, for whatever reason, an insane encounter table. But anyways, in the Safari Zone, you mostly want to try to, it is a good place to pick up a lot of rare Pokemon that are only found here because, surprise, surprise, only certain Pokemon can be found here, like Kangaskhan, Tauros, Chansey. Others you can find elsewhere and evolve, and like Dratini you can get at the game corner, but you can also fish for it here. But there are a lot of rare Pokemon that you need, and trust me, you want to catch a certain number of Pokemon for reasons that we will eventually get to. We're slowly getting to that point. We're slowly getting there, because this is still Fuchsia. No, because this is a future version of me that has gone way past this moment. Future me is future me for a reason. We have done much more recordings than this. So much time has passed. Man, it's also a blast from the past looking at like, wow, this is what I was doing at this time. Man, look at my team. And I also like, I complain a lot about things, even future me does, like, hey, this Pokemon is good, but physical special split is the way that it is. It's type based and not move based. So this Pokemon, even though it has a high this stat, because it excels in this, it's useless. It's just frustrating because like, let's take, you know, that. Did I go over? I assume I went over Flareon. God, I can't even remember. Flareon has a high physical attack stat, but it's a fire type, which is a special. It works off of the special attacking stat. Sure, it could use other things that aren't fire based, but you're like, also, it's a fire type. You're obviously want to put a fire move on it. But it's like, but why though? Why does it have a high physical attack when it's special? 0 sense. Because remember, this all existed in red, blue, yellow. And the special stat was combined, so in some instances, it was slightly higher than normal. Because special defense was also just special. If you had a high special attack, not only could you deal way more damage, you can also take more special damage. So, you know, it was sort of better that way, but also not really. It's a dumb system. I'm glad it got better. Oh, I can't wait to get to the next game where we actually have a physical special split. And spoiler alert, I plan on doing Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I don't feel like doing Gold, Silver, Crystal. Oh no. I don't feel like doing that. Okay, but we'll be returning to the present here. So I really hope you enjoyed all this. If anyone is still here, both future and past me's, we really, really appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. This isn't the end, just please keep watching. It helps. Well, I think this is the end of future me. See ya. Okay. It's been as long as I think I could give it for whatever time future me needed to fill for this crap. The reason I keep spinning in place is because you have a limited amount of steps you can take. So I'm kind of abusing this to give me as much time as I can possibly give myself to catch whatever it is I need to catch. And as I cannot see the encounter table currently, I have no idea if I have caught all the things that I need to catch yet. No clue, no idea. Couldn't tell you. I have absolutely zero idea, but this is definitely a great place to fill up your Pokedex. Very good indeed. So, yeah, I'm gonna let this run the full 20. Because I can. Okay, I think that's... let's try... I also need to try to get to the end so that I can get a couple things. Because I need to find a couple things. Okay, that's not one of the things I wanted to find. Uh-oh. That's time wasted. Trying to find what I'm looking for. Okay, steel wing. That's actually a good. Protein. That's good. Need to keep walking, though. Oh, Joy Chansey. Let's see if I can catch it. It'd be cool if I did, though it's not gonna happen. Oh, it'd be even cooler if this Chansey had a thing on it. But it's not gonna happen. I was about to say, I could use the rest of my Pokeballs, and I don't think I would have been any closer to catching it. Okay, gold teeth. That's one of the things I needed. Double team. And then I just need to make it in here. So, you know how we've been needing a good water move for about a majority of this entire playthrough? Oh, it even tells you how many steps it takes. Really? Only 76? Okay. Whatever, I'm still gonna teach for the love of all things holy. Yeah, 95 100. I wonder which one is... Yeah, as if there was ever a contest. So Monsoon went from not being able to do much to now being completely busted. Well, I'm probably gonna off-screen catch a whole bunch of crap. But I think this is where I'll end things off here. Those of you that stuck with it to the end, I appreciate you. I truly, truly do. I appreciate you, and I hope you appreciate the things that I do. As always, I'll see all of you in the next one. Until then.